Hello Internet and welcome back to my gaming channel. I'm Ms. Bitters and today we are continuing to explore. I'm off to a great start. We are continuing to explore Red Tractor Tycoon. In my last video I showed you some of the starter basics to farming. In this video I'm going to expand upon the farming and explore the options that you have. There are a lot of attachments that you can buy in this game that makes everything a lot easier for you, and I have not really used very many of them to begin with. The four that you see laying here were actually explained in my last video, so if you're curious, feel free to go watch that. As you can see, small transporter, animal grabber, seeder, shrink, ray, etc. There's loads of options in here for different things. I am most curious in the seeder, so I have planted enough wheat and carrots over and over to amass 1,800 coin there. I'm going to buy the seeder, and we are going to find out together how this thing works. Dropped over here. I'm wondering if I'm supposed to... Yep, okay. I kind of thought this might be it. If I pick up items off of the ground with my seeder, as you can see, driving this thing is still a little bit complicated. Not sure what the capacity was there, but we have picked up everything that we can. I'm betting that if I press the X key to lower it, it will plant the fields. Yes, it does. This is really, really awesome. The last playthrough I did of this, where I was exploring the features, I actually found it a little bit annoying to, back and forth all of the time to have to pick all of these up and manually plant them with the forklift, but clearly the game has thought about this. The developers have thought about this, and they are making it so much easier this time around. We're just gonna plant all of these spots. Plant as much as we can. Don't really need any rhyme or reason for this at the moment. I'm basically just amassing the crops as much as I can in order to, oops, stuck on the pond there, in order to bulk up my coin and my research. Now, because this seeder has a capacity, I'm hoping and I'm willing to bet that I can also sell or contribute to research with whatever's left over after I'm done seeding. Let's just test that theory right now. I'm gonna need more coin for other machines. Yep, I can sell out of it, so I don't necessarily need to obsess with that small transporter anymore. Now, I'm being silly. If I really want to extend all of this, I don't know if the seeder... No, the seeder will not plow, but I can at least harvest, pick up seeds if I really want. So let's adjust the scenario here. We're gonna grab the harvester and the plow. Notice there off to the side, sometimes the items get this really exaggerated toss distance. That one thing a week went like way off to the side there. If you're not careful, you might occasionally lose some crops off on the side, which is not really a big deal, but it's just something to kind of keep in mind. Let's drop this stuff off. Now, I'm also interested in clearing out these trees and the rocks. Now, this was referenced in my last video, but quick refresher course, you can purchase a limited use saw, which the game still does not explain that it is a limited use. It only cuts down about 10 trees. Now, this weak stone drill, I'm assuming would do just the light colored stones only, which are kind of white in color. As you can see, these two stones here are two different colors, so I'm assuming only the lightest one there will actually disappear. That one drill. So let's use the seeder again here. Just plant a bunch of stuff everywhere once more. As you can tell, it is a little bit difficult when you've got multiple crops. If you are not careful, you might end up planting some things in locations that you did not intend, should you be the type of person that likes to keep it organized. I do personally like to keep my stuff organized and all of my crops in one section together, but for the sake of this video, I'm kind of just zooming through it and ignoring the little voice in my head screaming at me for mixing carrots and wheat together. Dump this stuff for sale because I'm looking for a profit here. I don't know if you noticed it in my last video or not, but when your crops are fully mature, they actually make this really cute little fairy-esque tinkling kind of noise, if that makes sense. It sounds kind of pretty. Okay, it looks like I might have picked up everything or almost everything, so I'm going to drop this off right here. Have enough to buy something. I have a feeling it's not to buy too many. I am most interested right now in the saw and some of these stone drills to clear out this land. So I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of this. It's a carrot that I missed. It's a little reminder of how the saw works. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of this and clear out a mildly larger field to work with. I will see you when I get there. I have just purchased the weakest of these stone drills because it was cheaper. I'm just kind of curious. Yep. A lot more instant of a reaction than I would think it would be. Just kind of boop. No, just curious. Nope. It won't do anything to that one. I just wanted to show everyone that sometimes your crops will land on top of your equipment and become possessed. We now have a spooky carrot that is going to jump for joy that it's been pulled out of the ground. Anybody else notice that when your tractor is not moving, the tires are just spinning endlessly as though you're driving it? I've been putzing around for the last hour or so, just amassing a ton of research in order to unlock more crops and similar items, different buildings and products that I can make. And I discovered this really cool thing that I want to show you really quick. Pick up all this chamomile. I use this cedar to plant this. Sell off the excess there. Chamomile, as you can see, is very profitable. There's a water tank that I bought from the shop. Now let me show you here. You go over to a convenient water source, back your tank up, and if it has the room, it's a little touchy. You gotta get it lined up just right, I think. Once you get your water tank over the water source, now it's not gonna work. It's cool. Really? Come on, game. Don't make me fire. Okay, well, I have some water in there, so maybe I need to empty it out first. But you drive over crops, you'll notice it is full. You'll notice that it sprays water, and the time cuts down on how long it's going to take to grow. A little hard to see, but you can kind of see the imagery of water coming out of the back of it there. That's how you know that it's watering a field. Lot. Then once you run out, just back it on up. The meter should show up. There we go. It starts filling with water. I'm not sure what the cooldown period is on watering your plots. There's no real indication that it's maximum hydration, other than the fact that your water tank won't expel any more water after a certain point. I'm not sure if you can do this once per plot. I'm not sure if there's a cooldown. If I came back later, maybe I could water them again and cut the time down. I'm not sure, but it is definitely something to consider toying around with. Those are certainly not all of the attachments and vehicles that you can purchase. Vehicles, farming equipment, I should say. There are plenty of other options that you can explore, things to learn about, tools to help you grow your farm a little more easily. However, I kind of want to leave something up to the gamers to discover, so I'm not going to really go through and purchase all of them and show them off. I think there's value in letting people discover some of the other perks that are floating around. So that's all I'm going to show you when it comes to the attachments and such. I am going to keep farming for a little while, and then I will be eventually migrating on to figuring out how to use the animals and get milk from cows and eggs from chicken. So stay tuned, we have more videos coming in the future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leaving me comments or liking this video really helps me figure out what my audience enjoys watching and what other things they might like to see in the future. If there's anything in this game you're curious about and you're not sure if I'm ever going to cover it, feel free to ask about it. You leave it as a suggestion in the comments for what you would like to see. I look forward to doing more content for this game and more content in general. I hope that you look forward to watching it. I still don't know what I want my sign-off line to be for this. I'm torn between happy gaming, good luck gamers, catch you next time. Not sure. Maybe I'll stick with good luck gamers.